everyone, I'm Logan. I'm in the Dean's Ambassadors group, which essentially is a student advisory group to the Dean in Paul College. Right now we're on a trip to Atlanta to really study the innovation economy through different UNH site visits. So follow along to see what we get up to. We've made it to Atlanta, and here you can see in the park, we're walking around, checking things out. Here is a room preview. We've got a balcony overlooking the center. Hi everyone, we just wrapped up dinner here at CNN Tower with Lynn Doherty. Lynn, could you give us a quick introduction?
I graduated from UNH in 1978 in the hospitality program and had an amazing 40-year hospitality career with ITT Sheraton and Starwood Hotels, and just glad to be a part of UNH still.
Do you have any advice to give the current students at Paul College?
Say yes to opportunities. You know, sometimes we think we can't do something, or maybe we didn't even consider it, but if someone encourages us to do something or asks questions, I think that's important to say yes.
And do you have a favorite memory from UNH to share with us?
Well, that's hard, because I mean, I had a great 40 years on campus, but I think it was sometimes just having those breakfasts or quiet moments with friends. You know, we'd go downtown to Young's and just have an early morning breakfast and talk and have coffee and visit, and some of those friends are still some of the dearest friends I've ever had. So stay connected to your UNH friends, I think, is an important part of that too.
Well, thank you so much for hosting us. It was really great to meet you.
Great, well, it's my pleasure.
Follow
Atlanta to go to the game. How fast can you go?
Hey, look, I think we're gonna grow. I think we got some.
I'm here with Leah Gladue at KWI. Leah, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've worn pretty much every hat here. I started working on accounts, and then I led accounts, then I led multiple accounts, and then I worked doing business development, and then I was president, and now I'm CEO. So it's been a wild ride, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's certainly a lot warmer here in Atlanta than it was in New Hampshire, where I grew up.
So as a lot of Paul College students are beginning to enter the workforce after the spring, what do you think they should look for in mentors when it comes to attributes and characteristics?
I would say that if you can find a mentor that listens to you, who understands what you're trying to accomplish, who also can help you learn how to influence, it's easy to gravitate towards someone who's like you. Maybe try to find someone who's not like you, who maybe does things a little differently or works in a different field, because at the end of the day, they're going to give you perspective that you wouldn't normally get, and I think that that's really important.
Do you have a favorite memory from UNH?
I would say, so I worked at the New Hampshire newspaper when I was at UNH, and so I think some of my favorite memories are hanging out with that crew in our office. I don't know if it's still there, but it was a lot of fun. There was a grungy couch that everybody sat on and hung out on. So I'd say those are some of my favorite memories from UNH.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hang in to see what the Delta Control Center is like.
There's a big meeting going on.
That is so... What does that mean?
Now what am I doing?
You're doing great. Keep it on the center of the road. You're going to have to add a little right rudder.
I think we need to stop.
I'm here with David Cody. We just had a wonderful dinner at his house. David, can you quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. It took me 6 years to graduate from school, and not being allowed to live on campus after my sophomore year because I was considered a general troublemaker, which says you too can be successful. You don't have to have done everything perfectly the whole way.
David, could you please tell us some advice to give current Paul College students entering the job market, starting out their careers?
Whatever your deliverables are, whatever your boss is looking for you to do, it's not about excuses on why it didn't happen. You want to get ahead, you want to accomplish something, it means you need to deliver more than what your boss expected.
Favorite New Hampshire memory?
For UNH, a lot of it had to do with just the friendships I developed living on my floor. It was I was in Williamson at the time, which was new, believe it or not. We get together today, pathetically 45 years later, and still laugh about some of the same old stories.
Thank you so much for hosting us here tonight. This was an amazing way to end our second night here in Atlanta, and stick around to see what else we get up to. Thank you so much for joining me for the first 2 nights. Tomorrow you'll be with Maddie, so have a great night. Hi everyone, I'm Maddie. I am one of the Paul College Dean's Ambassadors. We meet with Dean Lucy Gilson once a month to share our ideas and opinions about what's happening in Paul College. This week, we are in Atlanta on a trip to network and meet with awesome UNH alums. Come join us.
Hi everyone, we are here with Nicole Fonts from CNN. Would you please introduce yourself?
Manager of Business Administration here at CNN, and we support all the behind the scenes admin tasks for CNN US.
Would you tell us the coolest or your best story that you helped covered?
So I was here for 9/11 and Hurricane Katrina, so being a part of those stories was really a big part of my career here and something that I'm super proud of.
What is your favorite memory from UNH?
I saw the band Fish at the MUB before they became big. They're a local Vermont band that played at UNH regularly.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to see what's next.
Some of our welcome and hello messages and some of our
craft order. He had to ensure the integrity.
Will, what are you trying?
We got the apple kiwi Fanta from Thailand. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know what it is, but it's good.
Okay. I'm trying Inca Cola from Peru.
What do you think?
Not for me. I'm trying the Fanta from China, Sour Plum. Yeah, it's not very good.
Specialty diagnosis that we're talking about.
There are still some of that. This is a very slow factory. You know, if the factory was actually running at full speed, that thing rolling around, you wouldn't be able to see into the new bottles. So.
We are here at the World of Coca-Cola with Jeremy Fobb. Would you please introduce yourself to us?
I'm president of what's called the South Zone of Coca-Cola. So that's around 35% of the business here in the United States. It's around 19 states in the east and southeast.
What is your favorite or best memory so far since you have worked here at Coca-Cola?
Well, I've worked at Coke for 26 years, so there's many, many experiences, but one of them actually happened very recently when I was fortunate enough to be in Qatar for the World Cup soccer final. And the other probably was I had a great assignment, 2 great assignments. One was working in Hong Kong, where I was CFO for our Asia business, and the other was head of operations for our Fairlife dairy business.
Could you give some advice to students about to graduate and enter into a career?
One is to be optimistic, second is to bet on yourself, and the third would be to follow your curiosity.
is the truth, y'all. We have never, since we've been here, the whole 2 years, been in here when the Jersey's been in here.
I still have a core group of friends that I look back to from UNH that we just got together last weekend. I had a couple friends that that I met freshman year that I kind of grew up with, and really one thing I take back from just college in general is the connections that you make and how you hold those over the course of time. To look back on that now and those conversations, those parking lots, and just talking about what we were going to do in life and kind of see some of those things come to fruition, I think it's been super fun and cool. College was probably my 4 favorite years of life. So really, just if there's one thing I can say is don't take it for granted. You're there, you're going to have fun, you're going to do big things after you graduate, but really always honing on the connections that you can make and really stay close to those individuals, because they're people that are going to push you and drive you throughout your lives and your careers, and hopefully you can have the same relationships that I did that sustain 20 years down the road or 15 years down the road.
There's a lot to see on. Everybody has to have a solid, strong GPA, but that's not the sole criteria. The other thing that we're looking for are students who are heavily engaged in the college. So when you talk to them, they're in the Rhines Fund, they're running Atkins, Women in Business, Boise. They are the spokespeople, right? They are our ambassadors. We want a group of students who can talk about everything that you get out of the college. You can learn finance management anywhere, right? But what we believe you get at Paul is this co-curricular, this opportunity to take these BIP classes, to be involved in these experiential, high-impact learning opportunities. And these are the students who run these programs, right? Like, we can sit back and say we do all these programs, but they are student-run, student-led by design. And these are, the leaders of the programs today, and then hopefully will be the leaders of the business world tomorrow.
Hi everyone, we are here with Tom Malkuski. We're in his gorgeous home. Would you please introduce yourself?
I grew up in New Hampshire and went to UNH, the Wisby School. I did some track there. I've done the finance stuff. I'm back working with private equity directly, and we have a great life coming from UNH. And first of all, think big, beyond what you think of in New Hampshire and in general there. If you go, you're competing with people who have been there and people who are still coming. So you have to be your best at all times and make a difference. And seek opportunities where you truly engage and enjoy what you're doing.
And then finally, what's your favorite memory from UNH?
Oh, goodness. Being engaged with social organizations and also the business school, spending time in athletics, but really getting a view of all the things that are out there and offer at UNH.
Thank you so much. We have enjoyed our time here in Atlanta.
Thank you.